Hi everybody, and welcome again to today's video, which is on the subject of how to get rid of waste wood, scrap, offcuts and sawdust. So there's a few different ways you can do this. If you're operating as a business, you may be required to get rid of it what you would call the sort of proper way, which is by bins or skips, or you may be able to get into the local dump with a permit. If not, if you're not operating as a business, then and you're just a sort of private individual with some offcuts or whatever, then you can approach people with log burners and open fires and see if they're looking for any firewood or any kindling. So that's a way to get rid of scrap wood. Now, in terms of sawdust, I think the best way to get rid of sawdust is probably approaching farmers. Farmers use a lot of sawdust and wood chips for animal bedding, in order to bed animals. So, because I don't think sawdust is really the best thing for burning anyway, you need a very hot fire, and it doesn't give off that good of a heat. So, I don't think a lot of people with fires would really be wanting to take a lot of sawdust off you anyway. So I think probably the route for that is just drive round farms, or even phone farmers and look them up in Google and get their phone number and phone them and just quickly ask if they would be looking for any sawdust, if they could take any sawdust. And it may be helpful to tell them that you could do it on a regular basis. If you're producing a lot of sawdust or a lot of shavings, then just tell them that. You'll be able to give them quite a lot on a regular basis. Depending on what you're operating, obviously, if you're just one person in a small shed, or if you're an actual business with several workers, then it might be different. But that's most of the ways to get rid of it. As I was saying about business, most businesses are required to get rid of rubbish responsibly, so that's being in skips and recycling and things like that. So you can get skips that are specifically for wood and wood products. So if you're a timber business, you might be required to do that, or alternatively you can just burn the wood by yourself. Definitely try to avoid burning pressure treated wood, because it's got harmful chemicals in it when it's burnt. But if you have any sawdust or untreated timber, you can certainly burn that just in a fire, outside in your garden or that, and there is no law against that in the UK anyway. So that's a few little tips on how to get rid of scrap wood and sawdust. See you next time.